Okay, sound check. Sound check. G'day guys, Morezy here. Welcome to the first official potato stream. If you joined me last time, we talked about the possibility of naming this stream the potato stream, just due to the poor quality that Australia's internet allows me to stream at, and it was pretty popular, so I've decided that will be the case. Let's pause that. There we go. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at a few little things. The main thing is some more Portal stuff, but what I also want to do is look at some of my elevators. Now, I've been having a few people mention that my elevators are playing up a little bit in the latest release, so I thought I'd better take a look at that and address some of those issues, because I have discovered a bit of a fix for it. Not really a fix, just an interesting thing with it. So anyway, where are we? So let's take a look at hang on one second there, guys. Some of my elevators. There we go. Are we back? Yes. Cool. Just had to disable my fraps there for a minute. Okay, so where is one of the elevators in question? Let's do 3x4 elevator. Whoa. I'm in space. Okay, there we go. So it appears that this is the style of elevator that is affected. Let's see if we can turn these chunks down just a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, so it appears that this is the style of elevator that's affected, the piston worm style. Now, if we give this a little test, I'm currently in 1.8 vanilla, and that is running. Let me just turn that off and we'll go back on again. Okay, so now the first thing is the elevators work. They do work. However, some people have been experiencing falling through the blocks. So which one is up? I always forget. Yeah, this one is up. Okay. So as you can see, it works. Now here's a good example. I don't know if you can see on the stream, but that is glitching, like it's disappearing and reappearing really quickly. And there seems to be an issue there with pistons pushing blocks. And what happens is, I've seen it on the bug tracker. Some people have said that it doesn't matter what the piston's pushing, like any kind of block, you have the chance to clip through it. And I think that's what's happening here. Now, an interesting little thing here is, I think we're getting caught up in these trapdoors. So let's push this one and see if we go up. There we go. So as you can see, we're still going up, and we're still in 1.8, and it's working exactly as it's expected to work. You can hear the doors actually you know, doing that, but you don't actually see it because it's so quick. So that's interesting. Obviously that works fine. Let's try going down. Is this the down button? Yes, it is. Let's try going down. Cool. Now if we go to game mode 0, survival, so it's still working fine. Yep, all good, all good. Okay, so So that one is still working just fine. Now let us see if we can find the well, this one might do, the multi-floor elevator. Let's give that one a crack. Now this had been tested in 1.72, you might be familiar with this one. This had been tested in 1.72 and above up until pre-release 3 of 1.8. So this guy is the multi-floor selection elevator thingy, and if we have a crack, so that's the first floor there. So let's go 1. Where is the actual elevator? Okay, so it's up there. We better make sure it's turned on as well. Yes, it is turned on. Very good. Let's hit this one, and we should see this start up. You know what? That one is going to do the same thing because it's also a 3x4 like design. So that is still going to be okay if we stand in here. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we want to actually find a different one. We need to find not that one, not that one, not the slime block one. The slime blocks one still seems to work. I'm looking for, look at all these just unnamed things. Okay, maybe I will try portal test. Okay, I'm just going to try log into my other profile. So give me 1 second here. Let's put it on pause. And I'll quit this, and I'm just going to log into my other profile and see what I can find. Someone's watching. Howdy. Okay. Right, some other profile. Let's look at this one? No. This one? No. This one? Yeah, let's look at that one, and we'll make sure that's set to 1.8. Okay, let's try this out. We'll just see if this comes up now. Okay, cool. Let's see if I've got the world I want in here. 2x2 tutorial. Perfect. Okay, so you can see I've been playing around a little bit here. Well, there's lots going on in this world. This is actually the original world for my elevators that I made right at the beginning. You can see me playing around with some floor selection. Let's make sure that the rest of these are turned off because it feels a little bit... Yeah, this one here needs to be off. There we go. Ah, g'day. Tyndall Games, that must be Duncan. And we've got another person there as well. Very good. Okay, let's get out of here. So that one's off. That one needs to be on. Let's check this one. That's off. This one here. That's off. This one. Yep. And this one, let's see. Is this one off too? Looks like it. Yep, looks fine. That one's off. Alright, cool. So, let's go back over to here. So, this is an issue that people are having. Ooh, broken. Let's fix it. We need a piston. there, and there, and we'll get some blocks in between here, and let's put our trapdoors in. So I was trying a few different things, like I thought maybe it was the redstone blocks that were doing it, but it's pretty clear that it was not actually the redstone blocks doing it. So now let's check this out. Okay, so as you can see, the elevator still actually functions. It functions just fine. Well, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Let me, whoa. Let's put the music on and we'll go down to there. Okay, so the elevator still works just fine. Let's see what happens. Now, which one is it? This one. Let's see what happens when I actually try and ride up in it. Okay, see that? Slowly clipping through, and we clip through the blocks. And if we go down, and it's interesting if we go into game mode, game mode 0, survival, we actually take damage. What's happening there is our head is actually going through the blocks, and we're suffocating just a tiny bit. So we took damage there. Now if we go up again, let's try that. No, wrong one. Okay, let's just do this then. We're clipping through, and we fall out. Okay, so let's go back in here again. Now let's see what happens when I do this. I'm just going to stand over to the edge here, push the button. Look at that. It's fixed. So when we go down, no damage. So I'm still in survival. I can move around, but you notice what happens is when we're standing right in the middle of these two blocks, there's some kind of a sync issue and we end up clipping through. You notice when we went up, this one here appears to, or this side appears to glitch out sometimes. So as soon as we move over here, oh, it's stopped now. But while we're in the middle, no good. We go over to the edge, we're fine. So it appears that we're just standing on the one solid block, and that's helping out. So for those that were worried about this not working anymore, it does still work, and I really believe that this is just a little bug, and once they fix the pistons and the blocks that they push, I think you'll find this will work just like normal again. So there we go. That's all for that one. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit because it was brought to my attention a few times and I hadn't had a real good chance to test it, so I thought I would test it out. Now of course, if that's going to continue to be a problem, the 2x2 one might not be so practical, but I mean you can still stand there and it still looks cool, you know. So but yeah, anyway, so yeah, that'll do for that one. Let's go back to here, and I'm just going to go to my other profile again. Made an intro for some people's. Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, youtube.com/. Okay, let's have a quick look. Duncan. Well, that's pretty cool. Looks like using a bit of 3D animating software there. Very good. Okay, let's go to snapshot Okay, and we will jump out of this screen into this one. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool, that's changed, good. So, let's make new world. We'll call it warp gates. And we'll make it super flat in the redstone preset. Okay. And let's do that and that. So, what we're going to be doing... I have no sound at the moment. What's going on there? I'm just going to check the stream real quick. New world. Yeah, it seems fine. Okay. It's showing no sound on my streaming program. Anyway. Okay, so here we are. Now last time, if you joined in, we were playing around with portals, and I came up with a way to what am I doing? Flint and steel. I came up with a way to possibly make a transportation system called a warp gate. So the idea with the warp gate was, let's get some nice looking clay here, and we'll get some of these, and get some of these, and we better get some of these as well. So the idea with the warp gate is we can travel really fast with oh, I dropped a few frames there. Is everything still okay? Yeah, okay. I dropped a few frames. Oh, and the sound's back now. Good. Yeah, so the idea with the warp gate is that we can travel really far, really quickly. Now, it's a concept that I had seen Etho do, and he's got something similar running in his Let's Play world at the moment. Actually, no, we want to start at a nice even number. Nice, easy to remember number. 0, 0. Yeah, so something that Etho had done. It's interesting actually, though. When I saw Etho doing it, I was just in the middle of thinking about the possibility of connecting portals like he did, which was to make them turn off as you go through and allow you to come out at a different location, so you'll have really fast travel. Let's go to, okay, well, let's go 1 and 1. So yeah, he uses it already in his world. However, I've had a bit of a concept idea to change the way it's used, and the idea there is to make it a sort of a system that you sort of just run through. So yeah, hang on a sec. So the idea is that when you want to run through it, you can just run and you'll go through the next one, and then you run, you go through the next one, and you stop at whichever portal you want to stop at. So yeah. So first thing I want to do is I want to try out. So which way are we facing at the moment? Towards positive Z. Okay. So positive Z. If we go through the portal, let's see which way we face. Might take a bit for this nether to populate. Okay, positive x. So we're facing towards positive x. It's interesting. So we're facing towards positive x. Let's face towards positive z. And we'll go through. Now we're facing towards positive x. Okay, so it looks like when you face a certain way, oh, that was negative z. Is that right? No, we're facing towards positive z, and we go through, then we're facing positive x. So positive z and positive x. So we were facing this way, and now we're facing that way. So we turned left by 90 degrees. Minus 90. So then when we go back through towards negative x, we'll probably turn left again 90 degrees and be facing positive z. So let's try that. So there we are, we're facing positive z again. And we'll be negative x. Oh, that's interesting. That's negative x. And this will be negative z. So if we come in from this side, negative z to positive x. So we actually turned an extra 90 degrees to the right. And then if we go back through this way, towards negative z. Okay, well the idea is I want to run through here, and then run through the next portal, and then when I come out, hopefully I run through this. I face the same way. Alright, so I'm going to disable this one, and I'm going to put it at 0, 0. So 0, 0 would be this way. No, it was 1, 1, 1. There we go. So let's put it here. In there like that, and get some obsidian. Okay. There we are, 1, 1. Like that. And let's just get some of this going. Bit of TNT. There we go. Okay, so let's go back through here now, and we connect to that portal. Good. Right, now here's how I want to go with this. So I want to build another portal. How long before we can go into another portal? So there is a time delay that you can only go through a portal after a certain amount of time. So I wonder if we just run. So if we go through here, and then we'll go back. Hey Okta, how are you, mate? Thank you for stopping by. And we go through. Okay, good. So it seems that that's enough distance. And that's sort of what I was hoping for, because we want to put some pressure plates here. And then the pressure plates are going to run. Yeah, so we're going to run across the pressure plates and into the portal. Okay. So, let's go ahead and build the auto portal system on the back here. We've got our dispenser, and we need our repeater and piston just there like that. Okay. Good. It's good that you're great. Very good. Welcome. Yeah, so I delayed the time of this stream a little bit, guys, because last time I was a bit early, and so a lot of the US and Canadian guys in that sort of area missed out. So I delayed the stream a little bit for today, so sorry for the European guys. Yeah, just trying to make everyone happy there. Okay, so let's use the clay. This and oh, is this right? I think it's right. So we're going to build our auto portal. Set these to 4. We go this way, and that goes into a block. Hang on a minute. Aha, that's why it was a bit odd. This needs to be buried down here. 300 Twitch notifications. That is a fair bit of notifications. Very much so. Okay, so that's better. So we'll put that. We'll get this here going like that. We'll go this way, and this way. How did I build this? Hang on a second. Do I have another portal test? Here we go. Let me just check this one out. So for those of you who didn't see this last time, so we are at 500 blocks out this way, and I think the one over there, if we go here and hit this, oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Let's go back through again. This will break in a sec. Okay, mode 0. Okay, so if we go through here, hit this, we're at 500 at the moment. Well, close enough to 0. When we come out through here, and now we're at... Oh, does that need to be... Yeah, okay, this needs to be disabled. Oh, does it? No, this might be alright. Okay, so then when we go back through again, okay, no, that didn't work. Anyway, it happened last time. You have to trust me on that one. So we went from here, and we went 1,000 blocks out that way, which was really cool. So let me just double check how I did this. Oh yeah. So it's a block, then the repeater, then that, and then that goes under there. Perfect. Okay. Let's go back to here. Alright. Like that. And we go into a block here which has a torch under here which goes up to here. Then the block goes on top, and we do this and this again. We go like that, in like that. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to go this way. Oh, time set day, game rule do daylight cycle false. Cool. And this will go up to here, like that, and then we've got a torch on the back and torch there, and that one's set to 4. These are all set to 4, perfect. Up to this, and then we'll go this way, and we'll set this one to 4, that one to 4. Here we need a piston, so this needs to be dust. We need a piston here with a block on top, and we'll come around here to was it a dot of redstone? Yeah, I think that's right. Block there, that there, that there, and I think that one's set to 2, that one's set to 4. We've got a dot, oh, no, we have a block here, and block here, oh, and a slab here. Slab, like that. So that's set to 4, that's set to 2, and then our dispenser goes here for the water. Dispenser, perfect. Water, okay. And then we got dispenser, and in here goes a flint and steel. Let's do a couple of them. This fills back up. Like that. And that should work. So we put a button on the front here. Turns on. Turns off. Perfect. Now let's make sure that works. So game mode 0, and we will press it. Now hopefully, okay, we didn't make it through, so there must be one of these set incorrectly. There we go, 2 of them even. Those 2 there, oh, and 3. Ah, 4. These need to all be set to 4. Okay, let's do, well, let's do this, and we'll hit this. Okay. There we go. Now we'll go back through, and we should come out in the portal right next to it. Yep, perfect. Very good. So, next thing is we want to rig this up so that it starts running. So we want it to be on by default. Now we're gonna have to add some bulk to this to get this to work, I think. So the idea is that we have a timer. So the timer will, well, first this will be switched on, and then the timer will delay the amount of time it takes before it switches back on again. So I made one of these a long time ago, but it was very large, so hopefully we can make it a little bit smaller. So that's got the flint and steel, that's got the bucket. So first thing we have to do is this needs to be turned on. So let's turn it on. Let's disable this one for the moment. So the idea is when we run onto this, that should turn off. Okay, we might need to get rid of that torch for the moment, because that sort of locks this piston in place. So now the piston will come down. So now we have access to set the water off. So if we set the water off, we need a dot of redstone there, for example, and we need to come off these pressure plates. So let's go underneath them, put some redstone wire down, and we'll put a repeater here into a block there, and then we might take it up. No, we'll go... Actually, let's just make this a bit wider to begin with, and we can look at minimizing it later. So we'll put redstone up to here, this up to here, and let's just go straight up with some slabs. And we want to come up to this redstone here. So let's just go up like that. Up there. Nope. Up over here. That'll do for now. Okay, so when we hit this, that should turn off. No, because it's facing the wrong... Okay, that needs to be a repeater. There we go, this should work now. Perfect. And then we need to, once that's done, after a certain amount of time, we need to have this re-enable. So that needs to start a timer. So the timer has to come around and hook up to this system here. So can we just... Again, let's just do it so that we've got it working. So let's take the signal from that, and we'll just put it into just a hopper timer. So we'll get some of these, and some of these, and some of these. Oh, and some of these. Okay, so let's just go into a hopper timer. Let's go to here. No, let's go there. And we'll go there, and then we'll go like this. Okay, get comparator here, comparator there, into block, block, dust there, and dust there. Okay, let's chuck in some items. So if you haven't made one before, which I'm sure a lot of you have, this is your hopper timer. Really cool, made by Etho. Okay, so this is what we can use to re-enable. So we're going to pull the signal out of here. Out of here, I think. We could basically just do this, I guess. Will this pull the signal in? Ah, from there as well. We don't want it to come from there. So let's just do this for now. And we'll go up and we'll go to there like that. Okay, goes through the system, turns it off. Ah, but we need to go there, because we need that to work. Okay, then it will turn itself off. Okay, very good. So here we need to put, I think, a torch. No. here we need to put a block. And then a torch. And we need to go up and into that. Okay, so that's currently locked. So you can't really do anything to it, which is fine. And let me just make sure. Okay, they're good. There we go. Okay, so that's currently locked. Now that means it needs to be activated. Okay, so if we run onto here, this should turn off. Turn off? Nope. Because that's running. Okay. We might need to put in a monostable here. And we've got to put in a repeater here because it's making a loop. Like that. Okay, so it's currently on. You know what we also need? We need a monostable here as well. Let's just put one down here for now. Like that. And we're going to put a repeater here. So we'll have to move it this way. Put a block there, repeater and here. Oh. And put the rest of this here like that. Okay, so that goes into there, that picks that up, that goes around to there. That doesn't have to be 2, that can just be that. That should work. Good. Now it should light itself again. Should it? No, we need this to connect to the other side. Is this working? It's not working. Why? Because that's still... right. How many items we got there? 8. Okay, so that's there. That's maybe too quick. It has to be 2 because that's a torch there. So if you're coming off a monostable circuit, you have to have 2 ticks to disable a torch. Otherwise it won't work. So, well, that happened awfully quick. So that does need to be there, like that. Turn off? No, that's on. Okay, off. Good. Okay, so let's try this again. If we get one of these here, like that. Okay, so the default state is on. When we walk into here, turns off, and back on. Is this... that's not running anymore, is it? Let's put a few more items in here. Okay, so this needs to be on, and we go through, and then it turns on again. Let's give this some more delay, and let's actually... so that turns off instantly, doesn't it? Pretty much. So we need to actually hook this side up here as well, I think. So we'll go into another monostable here, and we'll go like that. Okay, let's see what happens there. Okay, so we need some delay here. We need a good amount of delay because we've got, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need one extra repeater in here somewhere. Let's put one here and we'll set that to 4. That should be enough. And let's give that a test. Okay, so what should happen here is the water should dispense, breaking the portal, and then it should re-enable the portal almost immediately. Okay, that was a little bit too quick still. So let's... This one, does that need to be a... Yes, it does. Does that? Yes, it does. So can we get away with something else here? Let's just try and add some more delay to here for now. So let's move this around the corner, give ourselves a bit more room. And we'll put in another 2 repeaters. Okay, we'll go into sticky piston here and a block there. So then we've got that. We can put redstone there, that's fine. So now we've got 3 4s, that's 12 ticks of delay there. So if we start at this and we hit this, this should disable and re-enable. Perfect. Can we reduce this just a tiny bit? Is that going to be... Okay, so there's other problems there, but that's fine. Let's try this again. So that's on. Let's see if 11 ticks will work. Yep. Let's see if 10 ticks will work. There we go. I'm just going to disable again. Yeah, okay. That needed to be... Okay, that needed to be on. Okay, here we go. That worked. Let's see if 9 ticks will work. So it turns on. Okay, so this line just needs to turn it back on. That's all we need it to do. So we don't really want it to connect to the rest of this system. But we do want this one to connect to the system. So this line has to connect and do the on and the off, and this one needs to connect and just do the on. So I think we might have to go underneath here. So if we put a block there, yeah, we put a block there, or do we put a block here and then put a dot on it? Maybe we do that, and then this one we need to go underneath. So we need to go underneath. Alright, let me just try this while I'm here. So off and on, perfect. Can we get away with the 2 repeaters? I think that might be the limit. 2 repeaters. And off, okay. There we go. See ya, Okta. Okay. Okay, that's too long. Okay. Good. So we need that there like that. And that's going to disable, is it? No. Yes. Okay. So that's fine. Let's get rid of this and get rid of these. And we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that one, be nice if we just had it straight. So let's move this all over here, like this. And we go this way. We're moving all this over because it needs to be a little bit more well aligned. There we go. Let's do this, and we'll do this. That can stay there, that's fine. Let's put 16 items into here. No, let's go, or do we have 24? Let's go 24. Okay, so that timer goes. Now we want the signal from this side. We can do this. Get rid of that block so it doesn't power that hopper. And we can go. That would make a bud. Can we go? We have to go deeper. I think we have to go deeper. Oh, that wouldn't. No, that wouldn't. Yeah, it would. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't bud it. So that's fine, just there, the way that is. We just put a dot like that. Okay, now we need to go underneath this as well. So that needs to be set to. Well, we'll try 2 and see what happens. We go deeper under here, and let's do this. Go deeper still. That should be. That's the block we want to power. Okay, can we do this? Let's put a torch on top, and let's put a torch on the bottom here. I'll break this for a minute. Torch there. Okay, so that's off. Good. Now we'll go put this back, and we'll put this one back. Set that to 4. Okay, so that should start to look like working. So the default state is on. Good. When we Okay, the default state's on, so when we hit this, it goes off and on again, then it turns off, and back on. I think that's it. Okay, so what have I been doing for the past half an hour? So what we're doing here is we're trying to make this system a bit smarter than my auto portal in my other world, which is this little square here. So the idea is that if we're going to make warp gates, if we're going to be able to warp from one area to another and just keep going and going, we need these guys to be smart enough to be on when they're supposed to be and off when they're supposed to be. So the default state needs to actually be on, and then the portal is going to jump to the nearest available portal, which will be this one. And what will happen is we'll come through the portal, we'll run across these pressure plates, and it will disable and re-enable the portal. Actually, maybe I can actually increase that just a tiny bit. It'll disable, re-enable the portal. The portal will then turn off so that we can go through it, and while we're through it, it will pause in whatever state it's in. When we come back through, we'll come out at the next available one, which will be the one further up, and while we're standing there, this one will re-enable again and let it so that we can come back the same way again. So it'll make it two-way rather than one way. So that's the idea. Now, there's a lot of minimizing to do there, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is, let's see, MC Edit. See if we can go MC Edit. Hang on a minute. Okay, I'm just going to set up MC Edit on this here. Let's add a scene, call it MC Edit. Okay. And what is that going to be? Add a source, and we'll do a window capture, and we'll say MC Edit. Okay, let's see if we can. Actually, I wonder, would it actually say in a window? Let's try game capture. Okay. That might work a bit better. Let's delete that one. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let me just pause this for a minute, and we'll load world, and we'll exit this one, save and quit. Let's go open a level, and we'll go to okay, we'll go to app data percent, and we'll go to, which one were we on? Snapshots, saves, and warp gates, perfect, level. Okay, let's see, MC Edit. Is this gonna work? There we go. Okay, let me just make sure the stream is working for that one. Okay, the stream should catch up any second now. Anyway, okay, so what are we doing here? We need to basically copy this. We need to copy this, so let's go here to here, and like that. That will do for a copy, I guess. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's copy this. And we will rotate. Okay. Get it into position. And we want to copy air, yes. Alright, so hopefully that should be in the right spot, which I think it is. Okay, so we'll import. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's just save this for the moment. Save. Okay, and we'll just pause this again for the moment, and we'll close, and then we'll go back into here and open, and we'll go back to Minecraft. There we go. Let's make sure it refreshes here. Refresh. Perfect. Here we go. Let me just check the stream out. Okay, very good. So, there we go. Now these should work together now, both of these. Let's make sure now when you use MC Edit, sometimes these hoppers decide they want to face different directions, which they are. Let's make sure it goes that way. And how many items do we have? 24? Yep. Okay, so let's put in 24 items. Okay, that one looks all good, that looks all good. Ah, g'day mate. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Alright, so there we go. So let's see what happens now. Let's just make a little walkway here. And what I'm going to do is go to survival. Actually, let me just set up this thing around here a little bit better. So we'll go through here. Let's just make this nice and safe. Like that. Okay. So let's go to game mode survival. Now what's going to happen is we're going to go through here. Very good, good to hear. Good to hear. Okay, we're going to go through here. Okay, and then we're going to go back through here. And we should be at a brand new portal. And those guys just came back on. Okay, that was pretty quick. I don't know if you picked it up there, but that was nice and quick. So what we did was we ran from this portal across these pressure plates into this portal, and when we did that, it re-enabled while we were in it. We went through, it turned both these portals off, and while we were away we came back through and we came back to this portal, and from this portal we would make another set of these basically. So I wonder, can we make this... I think it's important to have these pressure plates here, because when you run through... Let's get rid of this one. Yeah, so when you run through, you want to disable both of them and re-enable both of them at the same time. That way it's a two-way street. So I can go from this direction, and I know that'll disable. Oh, that's interesting. Why didn't that work? Uh-huh. Have I broken something here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, maybe. You notice this, they're actually not the same. See, that doesn't come back on. That one comes on too fast. Okay, so that's a little bit messed up at the moment. I think it's because we actually pasted it as a rotation when it should have been a flip. Yeah, it should have been a flip. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into MC Edit. Let's see if we go this, and then we go warp gates. Okay, is that working? Yep. Okay. So let's get rid of all of this now. Let's cut, and let's fill it back up. And where are we? Fill, sandstone. Okay, fill. Very good. Deselect. So here we go. Let's rotate that again so it's facing the correct way. And let's make sure that it's about in the same spot. Okay, good. Let's drop it down to there. Import. Now, what we want to do here is we want to rotate and mirror. Okay, did that didn't do what I expected. Oh yes, it did. Very good. Okay, so now they're actually a mirror flip rather than just a rotation, which is important because they run different signals from different sides. Perfect. Let's import that. Very good. Let's save this. And let's go back to Minecraft. Oh no, I had this opened. That's not good. You're not supposed to have them open in two different ones at the same time. Let's save that, see if it works. Close. Warp gates. Did it work? Oh, lucky. It worked. Okay, let's get this back up. There we go. Okay, so here we are. It's mirror flipped, so these are all identical. So now we should get some synchronization here. If we step on this, off and on, and then off, and then after a certain amount of time, oh, only that one fires because these are probably switched around. Yes, they are. So that needs to be 24. 24. Okay, let's turn that back on. Okay, so this is how it works. You come through the portal. See you, mate. See you later. Okay. Alright, so the way it works is you come through the portal and you hit the pressure plates. They both turn off and on, then off, and then on. Did I still mess something up here? What did I mess up? Ah, these are facing the wrong way too. MC edit. Okay. One more time, let's give that another go. Okay, so the default state is on. Let's say we want to walk. Let's say we would walk into here and we want to go through the warp gates. So we step on it and we would go through, and I'm in creative mode so this won't work, but once we go through, oh wow, oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's fix this. Pick that up. Pick that up. How much more wiring did it wash away? All of that stuff under there. It's not too bad, I guess. Although it did get rid of these as well. Oh no, that's not too bad either. So just a repeater. And a repeater there. And then some redstone. There like that. Okay. Let's turn this back on again. Here and here. Nope. Let's break that. We need to put the water buckets back in. Water bucket. Hoe. Water bucket. Perfect. Turn them back on. Okay. So, fifth time's the charm. So these are running. We step on the pressure plate. They turn off. On, the timing is off. Oh dear. They must have been set to 2. Well, that one was set to 4, wasn't it? That was set to 4. Or was it... these ones were set to 4. Yeah, it was this one here. Okay, 6th time's a charm. It's always hard when you're on live, so these are on. We hit this, off and on, then they'll go off, and then they'll go on again. Ah, man. Why did that happen? "24 items. Am I missing something here? No, don't think so. Is that in that position? Yes. Okay. Let's try this again. So, oh, off and on. Off, on. How did it get 40 items in there? Will that make that turn on then? Okay, so there's a whole bunch, too many items in there. Let's get rid of one of them and put that in there. Okay, there we go. So, off and on, off, and on. Perfect. In perfect timing and everything. Very good. So they would go down, that's fine. That would go there. Okay, I think we're ready to put another one in. Now that we've got that working. So, here's what we need to do. We need to copy this. Now what are we at? 0, 4-ish. So we need to go to, I think, 125. So here we are at 3 and 2-ish. So if we go to 8 and 125, we should be able to link them up in the nether. I think we worked out 125 last time, didn't we? So TP, is it positive 8 or negative 8? Let's try positive 8 and 125. Okay, break these. Let's see if we can get a portal in here, and then we'll see where it goes to. Portal like that. Let's have some room to step out, and some room here to step out. Okay, so we'll go through. Okay, where are we? Yeah, we're at 1,000 blocks. 1,000. 1,000, and we want to go to 0-ish. Let's build another portal here. Okay, we'll break this one. Now this will be the portal that we come to. Like that. Okay, so let's go back through. And do we end up at the same one? Yes, okay. So let's TP 0, 0. Actually, let's go up a little bit higher. Okay, so this is the original one here. So what happens when we go through this portal? We come out at this one, perfect. When we go through this portal, we come out at this one. Okay, so we need another portal in the nether back at 0, 0. So this portal needs to be on, and we need to make it into the auto portal system. Okay, so let's go back to MC Edit. Okay, so we'll go back to MC Edit. We'll open up warp gates. Okay, so we're in the nether, perfect. We want to put in... oh, actually, we want to go to Earth. Okay, we actually need to copy this, so let's delete this one. We need to copy this unit here now. Let's do that. Like that, copy. Let's go to the nether. Ah. Where am I now? There we are. Okay. So now, if we import this, it's always hard in here to work it. So we'll move it this way, and we'll rotate it that way, and we'll go that way a little bit, and we'll go that way a little bit. Make sure the stream's caught up here. Yep, perfect. Okay. So, now, where is that original portal? It's just there. So we move it that way one more block, and we should be pretty much on top of the original portal. We'll import and copy air blocks. There we go. So, now we want to go to fire. Now we want to go to the other portal, which I might just do that in the overworld real quick. Okay, so that's that one. Perfect. So we've imported the auto portal over to that side. Let's save this. Save. And we'll close. And let's go back to Minecraft. We'll go back into warp gates. Very nice. Let's kill at E type equals not player. Oh, there we go. There we go. Stupid ghast. Kill you. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Auto portal is here. Let's make sure the stream's caught up. Which it has, good. Okay, so auto portal is in this area. Now, let's go to TP. Oh, actually, let's. Whoa, look at this. That's crazy. Now these need to be lava, don't they? These need to be lava. I haven't tested the system with lava. Does it still operate okay with lava? Let's should test that actually. Okay, let's make sure that these are all around the right way, which they are. And is this around the right way? No, it's not. And this one needs to have 24 items. And this one needs to have 24 items. And it needs to face the other way. 24 items. Okay, they're facing the right direction. They're all facing the right direction. Let's try and see if the lava works. Yep, that seems to work fine. And then it will turn off. Yep, and then it should turn back on. Perfect. So now that works as well. Now, where were we? We were at 125. We're at positive 125. That's out this way. No, it's out this way. So we need to go in that direction. Let's go game mode 3. I love this this game mode. It's really handy, especially when you're doing stuff like this. You can just clip straight through. When you get to where you want to be, you just go back to game mode 1. Aw, man. Okay, back through. Alright, here we are. So we need to put another set of auto portals here. So let's save this, and we'll go back into MC Edit. MC Edit. perfect. Warp gates. Make sure the stream is up there, which it is. Very good. Okay, so here we need to put another set of warp gates. Let's do this, and we'll do this and this, and we will move it over like that. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to pretty much preempt that I'm going to need another set a bit further out. How do you see your coordinates here? Anyway, let's import this one. Very good, very good. And let's save and close. Save. And we'll go back to Minecraft. Minecraft. Is it saved? Is it done saving? Yes, it is. Okay, Minecraft, and we'll go warp gates. So we should have warp gate in front of us now. Perfect. Let's fix it because it's ugly. There we go. We'll put these lava buckets in instead of water. And we'll put another one in this one instead of water. Let's put a little bit of light in here as well, glowstone. It's a little bit dark. There we go. Okay, now these need to be on. Very good. And now we actually want to go and make sure when we go through here we should come out at the redstone floor. Hopefully. Yes, we do. Okay, very good. Let's make one more set of warp gates. So we're here, that's good. Save and quit. Let's go back to MC Edit. We'll load the warp gates. Okay, make sure the stream catches up, which it has. Okay, we'll put another set of warp gates here. Okay, and we will actually, let's move it that way a little bit. Import. Perfect. Let's close that. Let's save. Okay, go back to Minecraft again. Go to warp gates. Okay, guys, this should be where we want to be right now, which is okay. Let's get some colors here. Let's go diamond blocks here. Oh, these need to be fixed as well. And then, okay, so they're diamond blocks. Let's do this as well. Let's break this and break this. And we'll put it back together again. And let's put our pressure plates. Let's get pressure plates. Does the metal one, how far does the metal one go when you stand on it? Does it go 2? No, it just goes 1. Okay, not ideal. We need a stone one. Okay, stone pressure plates there. Let's just go through here and make sure that make sure that these are all facing the correct way, which they aren't. Very good, that one's right. This one. Very good, that one's right. Let's go back through. Okay, we should come out at diamonds. Very good. Make sure these are good as well, which they aren't. Very good. And then this one. Nope. Very good. Right, now we are currently at x0 or z equals 1000, and let's go TP 0, 0. Here we are back at this one. Okay, this one I think is all good. Yep, that looks all good. Let's make this one the gold level. Okay, let's put some gold blocks here so we know which one we're at. Break these, put that across, pressure plates, perfect. Okay, gold, 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 gold. So here we're at, well, 0, 0 pretty much. Now when we go through these, we need to make sure we step on these pressure plates. So here we go, we're going to run through here. Oh man, okay, hang on. I wasn't supposed to be in creative mode. Let's see if we come back out of gold. Okay, we have. But there's a problem. There is a problem. What is this mess? Let's get rid of that water. And it's washed away all my stuff. Ah, man. Okay, let's fix this. I think it was 2 repeaters, right? Set to 7, 6. And is that one set to 4? Yeah, okay. So that goes into there. And did we miss anything else there? I think we're good. This one here. That goes like that. And that's fine. Let's click this. Now let's just see, because that's the second time that's happened. Let's just see if there is actually an issue here that I haven't noticed. So let's close all that off. And we'll hit this. Nope. Oh. Yeah, okay. That seems alright. I think it's just because I was in creative mode that it screwed up there. Alright, so here's the test. Let's get into survival. Game mode 0. Okay. Now, this is an open warp gate. We are currently at 0, 0, or close enough to it. We run through here. This turns off and on again. We go through. Okay, we're here. Now the idea is you run straight through and go to this side. And then something went wrong. Something went wrong there. Okay. Oh, g'day, awesome guy. Okay, what went wrong is the other portal in the wrong spot. Could be the question. Is the other portal in the wrong spot? Let's just check and make sure. Is TP000 1000? Is this on? Yes, it's on. Okay, I think I know what's going on there. So this is at 1,000. I think we might need it to be sort of halfway between. So if we go 125 is that one, so what if we go 50 in the nether? Let's go save and quit. Let's go back to MC Edit. Open the warp gates. Go to Dimension Nether. Okay, is this... Okay, that's the second one, so we need to go this way. Okay, there's the first warp gate. So this one needs to get removed. Actually, before we remove that, let's just put one roughly halfway between the two. So there's that one there, and there's that one there, which makes us roughly there. Try and get about the same level. Okay, import that. Good. And we can just disable those, we don't need to destroy them. We'll just disable it, so there's one there and there's one there. Okay, good. So let's save this. So we'll close and save. And we'll go back to Minecraft. Single player, warp gates. So, what are we building? We are building some warp gates for fast travel. Okay, back to here. Let's make sure the stream has caught up here. Has the stream caught up? Hello, Mr. Stream. Refresh. There we go. Okay. So here we are at 1,000. So let's just go quickly into the nether. Actually, let's do that from 0, 0. TP 0, 0. Okay, let's go into the nether from here. And we should come out at roughly 0, 0, which we did. Let's disable these. And then let's go back to game mode 3. These ones here are enabled, which is good. Game mode 1. Aha, these are not the way they should be. Let's fix that. So, oh, they need lava. Lava and lava. And that one there needs a lava bucket. And this one. Okay, there we go. Let's turn them back on. Make sure that these things are lined up properly, which they aren't. So do that. Do that. This one will be the same. Oh, look at that lava. Good. This one. And this one. And let's block that up while we're here. There we go. Okay. So those are connected properly now. Now, can we... Okay, can we get... Where are we? We're roughly halfway, so 70. So we're roughly halfway. Let's go through this, see where we end up. Are we at some random place? Yes, we're about halfway. Okay, let's TP back to 0, 0. So, what happens when we go through this set here now? Let's go game mode 0. We'll run through here. They turn off and on. Okay, we made it to the halfway point. And when we run through here, off and on, let's see if we end up at diamond. No, we did not end up at diamond. We didn't end up at diamond. We ended up halfway again, like before. So TP 0, 0. And they turn back on. Okay. The other thing is, what's 16? Calculator. What's 16 times by 16 times by 16? 256. Yeah, I know you can hear it, but some people don't realize there's a delay between when I speak and when you hear it, so I just reply on the chat as well, just so they know I'm not ignoring them. So that's all. Okay, so there's some issues here that we keep coming out at halfway. So let's turn back on number 1. Okay, that's gonna turn on. Hang on a minute, we're at 128. So is the other one turned off? That would be good. Game mode 3. Where are we? This way. Is this one turned off? No, it's on. Let's game mode 1. Let's turn it off. And let's go back to the first one. And we'll turn that one on. Okay, let's get one of these. Okay, so they're on. And game mode 3. Okay, that one's off. That one is on. Very good. Look at all the lava pockets in the nether. No wonder you hit lava when you dig. Look at them all. Just the single blocks, little booby traps. So, alright, so let's go through this one here now. So, game mode 1. We should end up at gold if we come through. Okay, here we are at gold. Perfect. Now, the question is, if we go in survival mode and we go through here, and then through here, ah, that's interesting. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Is it because the lava is slower or something? That seems okay. Is it going to turn back on? Doesn't look like it. Anyway, let's try... Okay, so this one wants to be gold coloured. Let's just do that. Let's go back to game mode 0. Let's try and run through here. Okay, that one seemed to work. Do we come out at diamond? No, we came out at gold again. Okay, what happens when we go back through gold? Do we come out at diamond? Yes. So this one is diamond. Diamond. So this one is equivalent to the diamond. Game mode 1, game mode 0. So when we go back through here, we should end up at diamond. Perfect. Now what happens when we run back through here? We're at gold, and when we come back through here again, wait. Do we end up at gold? Sort of. Let's try with, now there might be a bit of lag here, 32 chunks, so what, it's only 500 blocks, isn't it? 16, 512, is it 512? 16 times by 32, 512. Okay, so it needs to be, so that's being unloaded. It's unloaded. Okay, so do we disable this one and see what happens when we run back through? We should end up at gold. Or it might, no, it might be diamond. Or it could be in a completely new portal. That's a possibility as well. If it loads, probably because it's set to 32 chunks. That'll be why it's taking so long. Hello. Okay, we're at diamond. When it loads in, we'll be at diamond. If it loads in, let's change the settings. Okay, there we are, we're in diamond. So when we go through here, why didn't that work? That's a bit of lag. Turn back on. There we go. We'll go through. And we're at diamond. Okay. Let's go back through again. See where we end up now. Gold. Do we end up back at gold again? Or just a random portal? Oh, we're back at gold. Very good. Okay, that's interesting. Morezy, this is a random question. What do you think about Microsoft buying Mojang? Yeah, I made a comment on it on Reddit. It's disappointing only because, I mean, you know, I'm a PC guy. Microsoft is a big part of PC, so, you know, you can't really stop that. But the thing with Minecraft is it's one of those indie games, so independent games. So I think the reason why it's got such a huge following is because it was never really intended to be super commercial and all that. It was just intended to be fun, and I think that's why it got such a big following. Oh, that, and it's such a great game. And I think a lot of people, including myself, are worried that with the new owner, the game will sort of change to something that's not recognizable as Minecraft anymore. I really hope that if these things are true, which I haven't really looked at today unless there's any more information out, but if these things are actually true, I hope they don't go ahead and change this game, because if they're smart, they'll realize that the reason why this game is popular is because of the way it is at the moment. If they want to change that, they're essentially taking a gamble as to whether it will remain popular or not. So that's something for Microsoft to decide, I guess. But the other thing is, poor old Mojang and Notch especially. I mean, the guy has put up with so much just absolute grief over this whole game, and you know, it's been one of the greatest games, well, in my gaming life, that's for sure. And I mean, I've been playing games since the old DOS games, which you used to have to load with you know, floppy disks, which a lot of guys now have no idea what they are, but this is by far one of the best games I've ever played, and it's a shame because people were so passionate about it. And when there was a few changes going on, like with you know, with the whole, well, what was the first one? Automation. The automation thing was one of the first big blow-ups that I saw, where he wanted to remove the ability to get iron from iron golems and gold from zombie pigmen, and people went nuts about that. And in my opinion, they sort of overreacted a little bit, and that was sort of like, whoa, hey, calm down a bit, this is just a game, but you don't have to get so crazy about it. And then he was like, hey, no worries, well, if you don't want that, then I'll change it back, which he did. And then the next one was the end user license agreement, which everyone had a big hard time over, and I think they really blew it out of proportion. So I don't know, the people that, you know, the reason that came about is because I saw a lot of threads on Reddit where the people were saying, how is this legal? They're charging, you know, literally hundreds to thousands of dollars for in-game content that didn't really do anything or mean anything, and people were paying it, unfortunately. And that's up to them, but obviously these guys that were doing that were doing the wrong thing, and they were absolutely gouging the price out of these people who loved this game so much. And obviously it upset Notch and the guys, and they wanted to fix that, so they enforced the EULA and end user license agreement, and that got people upset as well, which again made them just completely overreact and caused the guy to get death threats and stuff. I mean, that's ridiculous. So no wonder he's talking about selling, and I think it's a damn shame, to be honest, that such an amazing game and community could turn so sour. Yeah, so that's my opinion on it. So I guess the long and short of it is, if Microsoft does end up buying Minecraft, I mean, I'd hope that they don't change it too much, if at all. I'd love it to just stay business as usual, and I'd still like the guys at Mojang to be there and be in charge of development, because I think that is a good thing. And in my opinion, it's like, why would you break a winning formula? You know, I don't think there's much of a way that Microsoft could make Minecraft run better. Even the fact, you know, snapshots take a bit of time, but there's kind of like an exclusivity to the snapshots. You know, you're not getting snapshots every week. You're getting them. Well, you are, but you know, you're not getting huge increases in all this various, you know, items and stuff every week. You're getting little tiny changes, and it just draws it out a little bit and makes it more exclusive. You know, when you finally get some really amazing changes, like all the stuff that are in this 1.8 version, it's nice to wait a little while. I mean, I don't particularly mind that I had to wait, you know, however many months that it came around. It's nice. I don't mind it. So yeah, I've got a lot to say about the Minecraft and Microsoft situation, but I could go on for ages, but I won't. So that's what I think. What do you guys think? You know, what do you guys think about the whole situation? How will it affect you? It'd be interesting to know. Let's see. So where were we? So we're back at gold now. So there seems to be something working there. So can we get to diamond? Oh, not like that. We can't. Let's go back through here. Okay. Right, if we go back through, fix up this one. Make sure this is working okay. Is that done? Yes, it's done. Okay. Let's go back through here. Alright, so let's say we want to get to diamond. Do we go to game mode 0, run through the portal, and we should come out at gold. We run through gold, and we get to random portal in the middle of nowhere. Oh no, it's there. Okay. So then we run through here. Now do we get to diamond? No, we get back to gold. What happens when we run through here again? Back to random portal, and that one turns back on. So what's going on here exactly? Is the diamond one turned off at the moment? Let's get through here. Random portal. The diamond one must be turned off. Actually, let's go like this. Game mode 1. Break this guy. Okay. Game mode 3. Okay, that one's turned off. I kind of knew that. And this one is off. Okay. So this needs to be on. Otherwise it's not going to work. So is this stuck? No, it's okay. If Microsoft gets there, it might be the PlayStation. Yeah, so it might. You mean it might kill the PlayStation version? Fear is they make you pay for updates. And did you know they can stop YouTube videos about Minecraft completely? Yes, that is true. So everyone who currently makes YouTube videos on Minecraft, if Microsoft chose to do so, they could say no, you can't do that anymore. if you want to make videos, you have to pay us a license fee or something like that. So that is highly possible. And I think what that will essentially do is some of the bigger guys, they'll probably say, yeah, no worries, I'll pay you a fee. But smaller guys like me, I mean, that pretty much kills our channel immediately. Because there's no way I could afford to pay any kind of licensing to do what I'm doing right now. So that would be a real shame, and it would take a huge hit out of the community. So, I mean, Microsoft are some smart guys, but I think they'll find if they change anything to do with this game, I reckon they will kill it. I reckon they will kill it if they change anything to do with it, including updates, paying for updates, if they ask for a monthly premium to constantly update this thing, I'm sure they'll kill it. One thing is they may change the end user license agreement, so maybe they'll make it possible for servers to charge for things again if they do end up asking for fees to do that kind of thing. So there's a whole lot of ways it could go, so it's interesting to see. Alright, let's go back through here. It should come out at diamond. Nope. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're here. Is this diamond? Yes, it is. Okay, and that's turned off as well. So let's turn that back on. Okay, so let's go back to game mode. Let's go back to TP0 ~0. Okay. Now you can see that was unloaded. That was for sure unloaded. So that's not good, because that means if we're moving between areas, it won't actually turn back on again. Which means we might have to have something as close as 128 blocks away. Which is really not worth it. If I have to go through those, it's really not worth it. Okay. So, let's try this out. Let's run through in survival. Turns off and on. And we go through the portal. We come out at diamond. Why is it doing that? I must have hit the button. Let's wait for that to go. So we go back through. And we should come out at diamond. Cool. Let's run through here again. Do we come back out? Oh, that's interesting. So what happened there? I was too quick for it. So let's go back into survival, see what happens. We run over here. Okay. And we come out at random portal. Random portal. So, what happens when we teleport TP 0 0? Is this off? Yes, it's off. So it didn't turn back on. It didn't turn back on. And we're only 128 blocks away. Hang on a minute. So 16 chunks. Render distance of 16 chunks. So there must be 8 on that side and 8 on that side. So if this was up to 32, it might just come into render distance. Wow, look at that lag. That's some bad lag. Okay, that's some bad lag. So let's go back through here. Do we come out at random portal? I sure do. Okay, so we're at random portal. Now 32 chunks. Do we come out at gold? Yes. Do we come out at random portal? No, we come back out at gold. That's some good lag there. Okay, so let's go game mode 0. We'll run through. Off and on. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, that worked. Do we come out at gold or random? Okay, we're in at gold. The idea is we run through gold and we should come out at the random portal. Okay, well it's clear that this needs some more looking at. Well, so there's something going on here. Basically what's happening, I think, is that some of these chunks aren't loading the way they should. Let's turn this back down. 16. So these guys work, but the one that's supposed to be going to is unloaded. So when it's unloaded, that means it's not doing anything, and we can't actually connect to it. Okay, well, let's see. I'm just going to pause this for a minute. Let's try something here. Let's go here. I'm going to see if I can get onto something here. Okay. Just checking this out. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do here, guys, if you would like to join along, is I'm going to try and get onto the Play Minecraft server. So if you want to come on and have a play, we can jump on. This is the link, us.playminecraft.com. What's your favorite feature? 1.8 feature, and want in 1.9. Favorite 1.8 feature, definitely slime blocks. What I want in 1.9 is a bit more work on the existing stuff. So, you know, possibly stairs and slabs in clay, that kind of stuff, which has been around for a while, and it just like finish off some of those things. So I'd like a finishing touches update where they just update it to make it a bit more finished in some aspects. So that would be good. Let's go. Now I have to change my profile. So I'm going to try the Play Minecraft server, the US one, and I'll post the link in here. So it's us.playminecraft.com. Is it smart enough to know that? No, it looks like it. So let's just say us.playminecraft.com. See if that works. There we go. Alright, so we need to change our settings to 1.7.4. So let's edit this. 1.7.4. 1.7.4. I think that's what they wanted. So if you guys want to jump on with me, I'm just going to play around on the Play Minecraft server for a little bit and just see what I can do. I'm interested to see whether it streams or not. If you do change your profile, make sure you don't open any of your worlds by accident, otherwise you'll lose a whole bunch of stuff. So be careful there. Multiplayer, Play Minecraft. Let's edit that. us.playminecraft.com. Perfect. You don't own Minecraft. You get it next week. Ah, that's interesting. What's yeah, that's a shame. Oh, this is different. Where am I? Okay, let me see if I can set this now. Let's hope it doesn't disconnect my stream, because now I'm on a server. This has changed quite a lot. Yes, it has. Now, where do we go? The arcade, Camelot, the bank, Minecraft survival games, Jam Time, Dwarf vs Zombies, okay, that's Adlington, that's Etho. Maybe we'll try the arcade. Let's see what happens when we go that way. Oh, what is this? Okay, we can actually run there. Let's try the arcade. So, what do we got in here? Minecraft Island. Minecraft Season 4 Museum. Build server. Power Juice. What's Minecraft Island? Let's try that. Okay, no idea where we are here. What's going on? Is that the portal back? Must be. No, this is somewhere different. What is Minecraft? It's like it changed your inventory. Yeah, so I'm in a I'm actually in a server, and that is a texture pack. Let's go here, see what this is. Is this like a build server? What is this? It's like a plot land or something? Interesting. What's over there? Diamonds, random. Someone else's place over here. Looks like a building over this way. Can we pick up this? Oh, it's like a survival situation. Don't have permission. Yeah, this is interesting. Well, that's not where I want to be. So, what do I do? Let's try this. Warp. Warp home. Nope. Kill. Nope. Okay, well, this is a lot different than it used to be. So I haven't been on here for a little while, and obviously there has been a few changes, quite a few. And let's see if we can get back. I just want to play some mini games is what I want to do. Where is... Okay, that's some other stuff there. Okay, what's through here? Okay, we're back to here. And how do we get out of this area? I wonder. I don't know. Alright, well... If we go back through, do we end up back where we were? Yes. So there must be an exit here somewhere. No idea where. Yeah, this is not so good. I might have to come back here when I know what I'm actually doing. So let's disconnect from that. And let's quit that. Okay. Load the profiles. Let's go back to snapshot. Okay, then we'll go back to Minecraft. Okay, actually, I've got a good idea. Why don't we try something here? What if I open this and I've been working on something here. I'm just not sure whether this will be very good because the quality is quite bad, so let's see. If I do that, we'll create a new scene. Okay, just going to try something here, guys. So, game capture. Okay, let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, that might not work. Let's remove. Let's try again. Let's go window capture. And let's do this. There we go. Okay, let's see. Is that cutting stuff off? Yeah, I think it is. What if we go, and we resize this? Position and size, fit to screen. There we go. So, let's see how that looks. Okay, let's see how that looks. So, hopefully that's looking alright, and we've got a big potato. Okay, here's something different. So, we are in some Illustrator here at the moment. Let's see what happens when I go down here. I'll try and start this up. Pretty much close MC Edit now, that's fine. And alright, I'm just changing a few things in the background here. So, what we have here is Minecraft Potato. And let's have a look at live. Change the font here. And we'll go white. And then we'll go to, let's make it 72 points. Okay, and we'll go type, create outlines, type, create outlines. Okay, let's change the size here, transform, scale, and the scale will make it horizontal 100, vertical 50. There we go. And then we'll go transform shear 15 degrees, like that. And then we will scale this up just a tad. Where is my scale? There we go. Transform scale, uniform. Let's go up by 200%. Why is that? Okay. There we go. So let's see now. Let's see if we go to this one, new. Okay, so let's copy from here. Let's copy that. So we'll go edit copy, and over here let's go to this one, add a scene like that. We'll go add window capture, and we'll do this, and then we'll say position and size, fit to screen. There we go. Okay, let's paste in here, smart object, and here is our potato. Very good. So there's our potato, looking good. Let's import the text. Okay, the text is in, very good. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Let's move this over here and make this one. Actually, well, let's make it smaller, and we'll put that there. And let's put this one in, smaller. Now let's just delete this so I can see what's happening. So we'll grab this and put it over here, and we'll grab this and we'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. And let's go back to this one, and in here let's type potato stream. Okay, type, create outlines, go to this, object transform scale, let's do 50% here, 100% there. Hang on a minute. Transform scale. Non-uniform. 100. 100. And we want 50 vertical. And transform shear 15 degrees. Perfect. Let's copy this. We'll go to this again. And we'll paste that in there. Smart object, yes. Potato stream. Okay. Now we can play around with this just a little bit. Let's bring in... let me just pause this for a minute. And I'll just bring in some stuff. Yeah. File, place, and let's go back through to here. And we're looking for logo. Let's just place this one. Okay, we can come back to here, go back to that. Right, place that. Now, what do we want to do to this potato? I think we want to do a bit of an inner glow. Let's do size. Turn the opacity down a little bit. Set this to black. Set that to normal. and an outer glow of red. Size, let's make it a little bit bigger, like that. Okay. And with these ones, let's give that a outer glow as well of a little bit of red, like that. And we'll do a little bit bigger like this. Needs something on that, doesn't it? What if we do bevel? No, don't like that. Inner glow, let's try that. Let's go with a little bit of red maybe, and we'll set it to normal. Let's try grey, black. Okay. I mean, actually, maybe do we make that red? Do we make that red? Let's do color overlay red. And do we have an inner glow of white? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's just increase the size on that just a tad. Maybe a little bit less than that. Okay, potato stream needs to be bigger. Let's try this, and we'll go down. And it needs to line up with that edge. Like this. Let's put a gradient on this one. And we'll reverse the gradient and we'll do this. We'll go screen, no, we'll go multiply. Actually, let's try gradient this way maybe. And we'll reverse that again. Let's go to there. Let's try that, multiply. Okay, we want to go this way. Okay. That's good, that's good. That could be better. Let's grab these and we'll have a look what it looks like when we shrink it down a bit. Okay, we need to remove the inner glow from that potato, and the outer glow we need to make it a bit more refined, softer. Okay, let's try on this. We'll do a stroke, maybe. Stroke can be white, or can it be red? Red's not a bad look. So let's do that. And this here needs to be a little bit different. Let's just try it like this. Copy layer style and paste. Live potato stream. Okay. So that doesn't look too bad. Let's grab these potato stream. That's not too bad. We do need to change on the potato. We need to change the inner glow and reduce the size just a little bit. There we go. And let's do some cool effects on this potato and stuff as well. So if we get let's do some gradient work. How do we want to do this? Maybe we will go back to this and let's make just a couple of shapes here like this one and this one, and let's do transform shear. Let's do it 85%. Oh, too much. Transform. Let's just rotate it then. Like that. We'll copy that. And let's go back to this one. And we'll paste into here. Okay, so we'll do this. And place that in. Let's do a gradient overlay, and we'll face it down like this. Move the center of the gradient to here. Hang on a second. Okay. Let's had some people walking in and out of the door, that's all. So, let's grab that. Control E. Okay, so we'll grab this, this, and this. And we'll make a mask. Okay, that mask, not quite right. Do we do this maybe? That might be a little bit better. Okay, so let's grab the mask up again. These ones here. Okay, like that. Now we do screen. No, not quite. I don't quite like that. Let's delete that one. Let's try it a different way. So, where's the potato? Here we go. Let's try with a gradient. And like this. Set that to oh no, wrong way. Let's go this way. Set that to screen. And let's go like that. Like that. And we'll go like this. And like this. And let's see, Control Shift I, get rid of that. Yeah, not quite right either. Let's delete that one. Let's see, how you guys going there? So, what am I doing? I am trying to make up a little bit of a logo thing for the stream that we're doing here. So, last time we talked about potatoes. If anyone was here last time, we talked about the quality of the stream, which is potato quality. It's just due to the really bad internet we have here in Australia, And so I've decided that the whole entire stream will be called Potato Stream. And so I just thought we better make up a bit of a logo for it. Outer glow stroke. This is still just a little bit too much here. Let's just shrink that down back a little bit. What do I like the white? Nah, red's good. Okay, let's try the live. So we'll put in a marquee. Let's go across like this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this green. Okay, I need to go the other way, that way. Screen. And maybe we'll rotate this that way. How's that? We'll grab that and we'll do this. Okay, maybe we will rotate it back again. Let's delete this layer mask. We'll rotate it back. And apply. And let's get rid of some of this here. And then let's copy it and paste it again. Okay, I'll do this. And we'll make it a tiny bit smaller. Maybe like that. Right. Let's combine these. We'll get this. And we'll do this. And we'll do this. Nope. Not quite right either. Let's get rid of that one. And let's just do it from the top. So from here to about there. Oh, make a new layer and we'll do this. Okay, let's try that. Screen. Or do we flip that around? Maybe we flip that around. Let's try it flipped around that way. And we get this, make a mask. Ah, that's what I was going for. That was what I was going for. Let's just move that up just a touch. There we go, starting to look pretty cool. Let's reduce that down to about 60. Yeah, I have seen a few things from Daedalus. I like his stuff. He's got some really cool stuff, and I haven't ever spoke to him, but yeah, I like a lot of his stuff. It feels similar to me. Like he wants to try some different things, and yeah, I just like his stuff in general. Yeah. Very cool. I wouldn't mind having a chat to him at some point. Okay, let's see if we can do something with the potato. Now, what can we do with the potato? Do we do the same again? Do we do just like this with the gradient? And we go screen. Oh, is the potato at the top? No. Ah, we want to invert that. Image adjustments, invert. And we'll make it 30. Okay, that's starting to look pretty cool. Yeah, even I'm just looking at the stream here, even the quality is not too bad. I mean, it's crap, but it's not too bad to see what I'm doing here, which is handy. So that's what it looks like close up. Maybe let's try the potato with... Let's try the potato with a inner glow instead of an outer glow. And let's go to here and we'll try precise. Let's try red. And we'll turn that right up. No, that doesn't really work, does it? Let's try it without anything on it. Actually, let's do a drop shadow. Drop shadows are always good. And what about a drop shadow for these guys here as well? Drop shadow. Can't really see it much because of the outer glow here. Let's do normal. No, okay, no good. Okay, live potato stream. Okay. Okay, so that works quite well. Let's put all these into a folder. And let's just scale that whole thing up a bit. And we'll drop it just a little bit, because this can be the new thumbnail. So it comes out about that size. Potato stream. This needs to drop down just a touch. This one here. Where is it? That one. Needs to just drop down just a touch, like that. And I wonder whether we do something on that one too. Let's try that real quick. Let's do this. And we'll go new layer. And we'll do white to there. And we'll go like that. Set that to screen. Select this as a mask. Potato stream. A live potato stream. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? What's that on 60? Let's try it a bit higher. Let's try it back up to 100. That's cool. This needs to just lift a little tiny bit. There we go. Actually, no. It needs to be 60. Let's try maybe 70%. 70% there. Let's try this one at 70%. Very good. And this one, the potato, what's that? 30. Let's try 70. Because it's supposed to be round, isn't it? Let's try and cut some out of here. Let's do that again. Let's cut that out and see what happens. No, that looks terrible. Okay, let's set this back down to, what did we have it? 30. Maybe it's just too big. What if we shrink it down like that? And we'll remove this mask. Apply, remove the mask and put it back on again. Maybe now we can increase that up to about 70. Maybe 60. No, it's still not quite right. Let's do that. G'day Vulture. How you going? So we are making a bit of a logo for our potato stream Live potato stream. So potato stream is the name of the stream from now on because of the quality and just pretty funny. We worked this out last time, I think. Oh, hang on. That's potato. That one. Let's get rid of that. Just delete layer mask and go back in again. There we go. Now that needs to just come up a tiny bit too, doesn't it? There we go, much better. Okay, there we go. So there's our live potato stream. Let's see if we can potato stream. There we go. So this is going to be the thumbnail for the streams, so it's going to be about that big. I feel like it needs a line in there, doesn't it? It needs a line. Let's see if we can make a bit of a line through that. Even if it's just like a... probably not a white line, that would probably be no good. Maybe a red line. A red line would probably be the way to go. And do we cut it off? Do we cut that bit off there? Does that make sense? Or does the potato go in front? Do we make it a tiny bit smaller? Okay, I think that's the way we need to go here. And the potato can come in front. So let's move the potato up in front to there. Potato stream. Let's copy that layer style and put it on the line. Paste layer style. Live potato stream. Cool. Random question. Have you ever seen... oh, okay, hang on. Let's see. You're going to play Minecraft or just make this? I was playing Minecraft for quite a while, and I'm just doing this, and then I might come back to some of the Minecraft stuff. Random question. Have you seen a platypus? Yes, I have seen a platypus, and echidnas, and all those things. I used to live in the country, so I have seen a lot of those animals, lots of kangaroos and all that sort of stuff. And where I live at the moment, there are a lot of koalas around, and yep, kangaroos as well. I mean, kangaroos are pretty much everywhere, but so yes, I've seen those guys. Do we make this just a tiny bit thinner, I wonder? Let's go a little bit thinner, maybe to there. Okay, it's sort of getting in the way there, isn't it? Oh, maybe we shrink this. Let's shrink this back to there. And let's do this. Move it over a little bit. And yeah, make it a tiny bit bigger. About there. There we go. Okay. Okay. What else have we got? I have a question. What is Vegemite? So, Vegemite is actually it's made from vegetable oils and yeast, I believe, and it's basically it's quite a salty flavour to it, and quite strong. And it's one of my favourite things to put on toast, and just on sandwiches as well. The main problem is that when people who aren't familiar with Vegemite try it for the first time, they spread it on really thick, like you would like with peanut butter or something. But the key with Vegemite is you want to just spread it on really thinly, very, very thinly. And when you get used to it, like me, I actually spread it on relatively thick now, but spread it on really thinly. Make sure you have butter with it as well, and it's really nice, really good in the mornings. It's really good all the time, actually. So there we go. Let's leave that like that for the moment. So that's our new thumbnail. Let's go back to. I'm just going to pause this for a minute. Pause. And let's go to here, and we'll save this. Save as. We'll save it as a PNG. Potato stream pause. Okay. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Now we are going to try this out. So if I add a scene, let's do an image. Potato stream. Let's browse for the image here. Desktop, and we'll go to potato stream. Where are we? Potato stream pause. Okay, live potato stream. There we go. Now, what else is really cool is now we have this. We could actually put this on. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like when it comes through. I'm just going to watch the stream here quickly and just see what kind of quality it has. And I think what we'll end up doing is we will make a little live logo for ourselves. Okay. Alright, that one looks quite good. Live potato stream. Perfect. So, let's go back to here. And let's go to these guys, and we'll duplicate this, I think. Actually, did I save this yet? Let's go back to pause for a moment. Let's save this as potato stream 1. Okay, very good. Let's come back to here. So let's get rid of all these now. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And oh, I didn't want to get rid of that. Undo, undo, step backwards, step backwards. Okay, cool. Get rid of this one, get rid of that one. Potato, that's good. Potato shine. Live shine. Potato stream. Potato stream. Live. Let's get rid of that one as well. Okay, So let's shrink this right down and let's put it here in the corner. And here we're going to remove the outer glow, and we're going to put in a drop shadow instead, I think. Layer style, drop shadow. Okay, and let's just adjust this stroke down to 2 pixels maybe. Do we put a stroke around the potato? Let's try a stroke around the potato as well. Let's set it to red, and we'll do 1 pixel. No, we'll do 2 pixels. Okay, let's see how you guys are going. Uploading in 360p. Actually, I have tried, but I drop frames quite a bit. Yeah, so anyway, let's give that a try. Oops, did I just revert? Okay, undo revert. That was set to the hotkey for my mute button. I actually don't like the stroke. Let's just increase this drop shadow just a tiny bit. Distance. There we go. And the distance we'll set the same on this one. So drop shadow is 75 and 9 and 8. 9, 8. Oh, that needs a little bit of blur. 8. There we go. Do we do this? Maybe we do. I don't know. I don't know whether we should have this like this or not. Opacity. Maybe let's just... No, I want it to be visible that it's a potato. So there we go. Okay. So that seems to be pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like. So let's just go back to our pause screen. There we go. And let's save this as Potato Stream 2, and then we'll save as a PNG, Potato Stream 2. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is, can I, with this, can I add an image, overlay? Let's find Potato Stream 2, PNG, and I'm hoping that it brought over transparency, which it did. How do you like that? So it could actually be a little bit smaller, couldn't it? Let's just change that real quick. So if we go overlay, check for file changes, and I'll go back to here and I'll shrink this even further. So that could be probably about that size actually. Nice and small-ish. Okay. We'll save that. Save as PNG, save, and let's do this. Let's see if it updates. Okay, that's updated. I think. I'm just going to watch the stream to make sure. Hang on 1 second. Let's just change that real quick. So if we go overlay, check for file changes. Okay, just checking this. Go back to here, and I'll shrink this. Very good. So that could be probably about that size actually. Nice and small. Very cool. Okay. And it's about to update. I'll save that. Save as PNG. Save. Let's do this. Perfect. Okay, good. That worked. Let's go back to here. So now I can happily play my Minecraft and we can go about it. So that is really cool. What do you guys think of that? I think it looks quite good actually, myself. Does it need to be moved up just a tiny bit maybe? Yeah, probably. Let's just fix that real quick. Let's go back to here. So this is the current overlay. Let's just move it up a fraction and out a fraction. Okay, let's save that. And let's go back to here. Save as PNG potato stream 2. Okay, that's updated. Perfect. Very good, very good. Now, do we reduce the opacity? Let's try it 30%. No, let's try it 60%. Or let's try it 10%. I think I like 30, or I like 100%. Yeah, maybe 100%. Okay, let me just see if I can do another thing here. Alright, so let's jump back to here. So this is my little Twitter thing. Let's try this as well. So let's copy that. Actually, let's duplicate layer, and we'll duplicate it to potato stream 2. Okay, here we go. Now, which corner shall we put that in? I think I might put it down the bottom as well on the other side. So if we go shrink this down, now it has to be legible. Let's put that there. I'm hoping that you guys can see that. Okay. Let's go back to let's go back to here and go back to this, and let's see what happens when we save, and we save as, and we save it as a PNG, and okay. Okay, I think we need to get rid of some of that, maybe. Can we read that on the... Can't really read it, can you? Alright, see you, Vulture. See you shortly. Okay, I'm just gonna check what happens when I switch that over. See if we can read it. Well, I know that it's pretty tough to read right now, so let me start looking at a change for it. At MorezysMinecraft. Yeah, that's a bit hard to read, isn't it? Okay, so we need to just increase the size of that just a little bit. So let's come back to here. This one. Okay, this is where our stream is at the moment. At MorezysMinecraft. Okay, let's create outlines, transform, scale, vertical 50%. That's what we want. Transform, shear. Okay, and we'll make this white, and we'll copy. Let's go back to this one, and we'll paste as a smart object. Okay, so will that be any easier to read is the question. Actually, let's do it in here. So paste in here. Now this one, we want to get rid of this area here. So let's go up through here like that. And Control J. Control J, make a new layer. Let's get rid of that. Let's put this up to here. Maybe we can overlap it a little bit. No, maybe not. How are you guys going there? Okay, so that's there like that. Do we make this bigger? Like that. Copy the layer style and paste the layer style. Do we delete this one? Combine those and duplicate that over to this one. And do we get rid of that and that? Okay, where did that go? Let's remove that. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we shrink this down. And hopefully this is a little bit easier for you guys to read. Hopefully. Okay, let's try that out. So we'll switch this over to Minecraft and we'll say save, and we'll say save as PNG. Okay, let's see. I think this is going to look a little bit better. Let's see what happens here when you guys come on. See what happens when the stream comes online. In the meantime, we've got live there, that's good. Okay, just about to come online here. So that's the current one, which is too small. I'm just watching the stream back real quickly. Thanks, awesome guy. Have a good time, and I'll see you next time. And welcome back, Vulture. Now, that's much better. MorezysMinecraft, perfect. Perfect. Now, do we actually drop the opacity now? Let's see what happens when we drop this down to 30%. Okay, I'm just going to watch the stream here quickly and see what happens. Okay, anytime now it should update. Still going. Anyway, let's... Is it working? That's interesting. It didn't... Oh yeah, there we go. And it works. Yeah, that's good. It's a little bit less imposing. Okay, what do you guys think of that? I think it's pretty cool. Certainly room to change that a little bit. Yes, certainly some room there. Now, this is what I was working on this morning. The stream started at about 7... No, it didn't. It started about 8:30. So let's just check here. Let's go to this. Okay. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? Anyone that's here watching at the moment, do you like the overlay? Is it too much? Is it too big? What do you think? Now, when I'm flying around, it's actually a little bit hard to see that, isn't it? Just watching the stream back, so it works good when I'm on my other screen. A bit darker. Okay. So what I'll do is I've got it set to 30%. Let's try 60. There we go. Alright, there we go. That should be darker. What do you think of that now? So, I'm just going to watch that. Okay, see how that goes, and let me know if you think I should change it a little bit more. It's really good, if you're not already, to jump on Twitter and follow me on Twitter, because I'm going to be doing updates for my streams and things on Twitter, and also we're going to have the sneak peeks of the Let's Play episodes will be on Twitter as well. So there I'll show you a couple screenshots of what I'm working on. MorezysMinecraft. Yep, that seems to work pretty good. What do you guys think on that? I think that the logos look nice and well the right color anyway, so that's good. Alright, now what's going on? I'm actually probably going to head off, I think. I've been streaming since 8:30 and I'm a bit hungry, so I'm probably going to head off, and we'll get another stream going next weekend. Same time, so if you want to keep in time with it, jump on Twitter and follow me on Twitter. That way you can see when I'm about to stream. I will post it on there, which will be handy. But yeah, thanks for watching this, guys, and we will see you soon. We've got another episode of Morezy Plays Minecraft coming out very soon, and I'm going to play along with this a little bit more. This is the auto portal system, the warp gates. I'm going to play along with that a little bit more and see if I can get it to work the way I want, and we will do a video about that too. But yeah, Morezy Plays Minecraft will be out soon. Got some really cool episode coming up, so hopefully you enjoy that. And yeah, be sure to join us next time. Yeah, and we'll see you then. Alright, see you later.